stand the smell of it. Taste of it. Homemade barbecue sauces, but that's it.
I fear his long-standing duties here have...
I should hear where eggs come from. Guys, this is the week that we went out on and died. On attempt number 4. We went out on week 77. We lost in a long champion ruins to a Shambler. On week 77. Left the runs. The save file does say 78. Long-standing duties. Groups 27. Ooh. I need to do this. Another safe place to push meter if we can. Check it out. Do we have a team for this? If we do, that's where we're going. Matter emotional about the RNG. Such the next best option to go. Thank you, Stoneblooded. I'll check that, by the way, Kite, and I won't forget. Ever consider a Shambler? Yeah, I have considered it, but I don't know where I'd put it, so to say. Big it next week. It'll be world's first. I don't know. I don't know if Joe made it further in weeks than I have, but it'll be the furthest I've ever made it on this challenge. Okay. Zoophobia. Flagellant. Fear mankind. So we'll go ahead and replace Jaliet again. I'm sorry, Jaliet. I'm sorry I keep doing this to you. I mean, I'm a little sorry. We don't have a stress healer, though. No, not that quotes. There's no stress healer here. I mean, the Arbalist has a stress heal, sort of. I mean, it is a stress heal, but it's like, even at level 3, it's only a 67% chance at -2 stress. Hey Kaz, welcome in. How you doing, Kaz? I really want to do that dungeon. God, I should have brought someone from last time. But it's one of the safest ways to push meter, and it's the Wield. It's the Wield. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, I need to bring 2 of these. I guess we bring the Arbalist. Zoophobia, Claustrophobia, Evasive, Undying, Beast Hater. Then Blooded, no. I mean, I could bring the Flagellant as kind of a pseudo stress healer in a way. Alright, Jaliet, you're becoming a different Flagellant. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jaliet. Every time Jaliet gets to level 3, we just miss... just miss them and put them back to level 0. Bye, Jaliet. Hello, Jaliet. Zoophobia and Beast Hater, yeah. Bee vomit or chickens together with your enzyme coagulated milk. Breakfast begins to taste strange. Don't bother me any. I guess I still take them though, right? They're level 2, so they're just inherently going to have better stuff in general. Do we drop Garth? Drop Frag? Don't drop Tet or Snap. Need to drop one more person though. Not dropping Kaz. We'll drop Garth. We'll drop Garth. Trade him out. Garfield's also been traded a bit. Okay.
It is done. Turn yourself.
Well, week 77. If we win this week, we'll have made it a week further than our last furthest attempt. Fight, flight or fight response. Their fear of animals. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I don't like this team. This is gonna be a weird team, but it is what it is. It should be okay overall, I think. How you doing, Lamb? Welcome on in. It's got the game Grid 2 free on Steam. Never got anything free on Steam before. Grid 2, they were giving that away on Humble for free recently too. We'll take the bleed, point blank, or post, duelist advance, pistol shot, Lolak, upgrade all the normal things. Garfield has everything because they came as level 2 off the old stagecoach. Alright, camping skills, let's see, Juliet, minus 50 stress, we're absolutely going to need that this time. We very well might need a lot of minus stress stuff. Just gotta remember to check our characters before we camp. Though that team, yeah, I know. I know, it's a little risky of a team. I mean, I'm gonna put blind fire on Garfield, so it shouldn't matter too much. At least we'll have something. Push a meter in the wheel, yep. Safest way to do it. There's a sheep puzzle game for free. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that too. Yep. Alright. Let's get frag stress off. Any diseases we want to get rid of this week? We don't want Din's disease gone. Spasm entrails, doesn't matter. We don't care about that either. Any negative quirks we want to get rid of this week? Quiet mind. Doesn't matter. Flawed release. I mean, it doesn't affect healing, but maybe. I doubt we'll get rid of it. So are those balanced, or do you think we give it a slight boost and not feel OP? I think she needs a little bit more damage outside of marks. So, I mean, the Arbalest is okay. They have a lot of health, right? They have reach. They have a heal. And they're really good at removing marks and stuns and stuff. I just think if they had just a little bit more damage outside of marks, they'd probably be used a lot more. She needs a mortar. She's okay. A lot of health. Relatively safe. Kind of slow, though. Claustrophobia. God, I hate claustrophobia. That's the first thing we're getting rid of. Pretty clean. Like, we've been getting rid of stuff every week for a long time. Get rid of the yips. Lock in hard skins. I don't know. I don't know how many more veteran dungeons I'm actually going to do. Something with the Falconer. Yeah, there we go. But I would use it a lot. That or stronger heal. Yeah. Boost marks. That would make every class that has them better. That's a good point too. I mean, if marks last... I mean, even if you just made it so that marks last like 5 rounds instead of 3, instantly marks would be more valuable. Still probably wouldn't use them a ton in normal situations, but definitely be more likely to use them in boss fights. Really? It's already... I'll probably go... We don't have a bounty tonight, so I'll probably do Darkest Dungeon until 1. Alright, let's go check our districts, see how close we are to getting it. Choose, we'll go first. If you have 8 more speed than the other person, you'll always go before them. That's the only way. Because speed is whatever your character's sheet speed is, plus an invisible D8 roll behind the scenes every round. So the only way to guarantee is if you have 8 more speed or, 8 less, whichever way you want to say it. Wait, it wants to go. We need 200 for the Altar of Light. How close are we? We're at 108. What if we trade in everything? That puts us at 138. We have enough. We can trade in for it now. Do I want to do that? 1d8. Yeah, it's a 1d8 initiative, so to say, on every single character individually and every single enemy individually. Outsider's Bonfire is good, but we only will really get the benefit on that off the Hellion. Performance Hall, I'm not going to use. I don't like the extra speed. Blind debuff chance, we're not going to use that. Extra crit on the Highwind would be nice. We are using Highwind in a couple of the Darkest Dungeons. Yeah, I mean, the Altar of the Light is the best thing to use here. I don't think we need to use it this week, so we'll try to prioritize deeds in the next dungeon. This will be good to have before we do the Swine God. Alright. We can actually get one of these, too. Medicinal Herbs adds a disease resist buff. Antivenom adds a blight resist buff. Holy Water. This is probably the best one for us to get off the shards. The thing is, we're never going to get more shards, so I guess it depends. Am I planning on taking the shard dust stuff with us to any of the Darkest Dungeons? Probably the Countess, maybe. I mean, I can always go get more shards, though. I guess it's not a big deal. But we're already using Holy Water all the time, so I think I should get this. Done. So I think the Holy Water buff goes from 33 to, what is it? 40? Is it 40? God, I got it last time, too. Now I don't even remember. Okay, on we go. Not my preferred team to take here, but it is a team. It looks unstable. I agree. Unusable. Yeah, probably shouldn't use the Tainted Well. So we're gonna use Sniper Shots. Use Blind Fire for sure. It's only those 20% damage. Lowers their accuracy though, plus our stun trinkets. Would I ever use Bola? Probably use Rallying Fire to get rid of marks. Okay, let's go. Get our trinkets on. So with our healer, we're gonna go Sacred Scroll, and I'm gonna take the torch instead of Junia's head. I mean the scroll. 2 scrolls, not the torch. How you doing, Zombie? Welcome in. Zombie, this is the week we lost last time. Let's see if week 77 is cursed. So Dark Bracer and Surgical Gloves. Dark Bracer, Surgical Gloves. Oh, I want to take my Arbalist. I might take Prophet's Eye. I don't know. It's a maybe. Problem is, if we're shuffled at all, it doesn't do anything. 2 scrolls, 1 Vestal. We're about to do a long Apprentice Wield. So it should be okay, but, you know, it's not... We're never 100% safe, of course. They have Evasive, huh? I think I'll take the Prophet's Eye. I can even take Feather Crystal here, because we don't really have to worry about them getting stunned here. One of the problems are they're slow, so this will get them to 9 speed. They go from going last to probably first. I think that's alright. The other option is Legendary Bracer, because they don't have a lot of baseline crit. Adding extra damage might be a good idea. No.
A gleaming endowment.
Zombie! So that's a lot of bits again. No crystal shop items. No, I don't think I will. But I don't think there's any of them that I absolutely need for this run to succeed, so I don't think I will this time. Zombie Lever at 1,050 bits. Praise the RNG gods with zombie bits for Adam. Thank you, Zombie. I appreciate it, as you know. My family appreciates it. Thank you, Zombie. Alright. Let's go. This is going to be a long dungeon, obviously, so I'm going to go use the restroom before we hit it. I've been sitting here for like 3.5 hours, so I probably should do that. Let me go ahead and get our provisions, and I'll go do it. Narth. How you doing, Narth? Narf, as you were the other night. All the food. Bring out a couple extra shovels here. 1 stack of each provision. And a few blood. No Ancestor's Bullet? No, we don't have it. Dark Souls 3 just beat Deacons of the Dark. Deacons is a weird fight. There always seems like there has to be one fight like that in a FromSoft game, though. Or like a similar sort of thing. Alright, we got upgrades, we got trinkets, skills, camping. Upgrades, trinkets, skills, and camping. Upgrades, trinkets, skills, and camping. No upgrades, because... you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I'm not going to take surgical gloves on them. I'm going to take Overture. Change my mind again. I'm going to take Mooncloak for the protection. They have way too low health. In fact, I'm going to take Overture and Moon. I just can't let them die. There we go. There we go. They're level 1. Almost forgot. That's why we do the mantra. Or mantra, if you want to pronounce it correctly, I suppose. Food, shovels. We got curio stuff. We got a little bit of blood just in case. I think we're good. Alright guys, I'm going to use the restroom really quick while I load in. I'll be right back. The chair returns. Zombie, so young. Had to take a break from Sekiro. Did you end up beating the 3rd boss? An arbalist in my hand. What is this? I know, the other night I was using a grave robber, now an arbalist. Are the least of our issues. Ha ha ha. Go away. Okay. Okay. Alright. I usually say hi through the door to my wife after I go use the restroom. Anyway. Oh, crap. Chitin. Chitin, I forgot to go look at the bosses. I can name them off. What bosses do we have left? We have Swine God. We have the Champion Flesh. We have Cannon. We have Crew. Viscount. Countess. Wolf. And then the Darkest Dungeons. We're down to 7 bosses. Alright.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Chair is silent. Where are the sounds? Alright. Is this town to use a leper? A what? Is that a DLC class orchestra? Is that a mod, maybe? A modded class? The leper? So we're 9% of rooms. It's kind of a weird layout. I mean, overall good, I guess. So since we're in Zero Light, it's Apprentice. We have a 1% chance. Every hall battle has a 1% chance to get Shambler. We'd probably be okay against a Shambler. I don't really want one with this team, but it would be... Like, we could probably make it, but the stress would end up screwing us up for the rest of the dungeon, probably. Did you set things to upload during the stream? Yeah. The Mass Effect 2 playthrough I set to upload during this stream. Full Man Abaddon trailer. Yeah. My wife and I watched that one, the other one you sent, and some other thing. Never get Wolf event. We can't force them to spawn, so I don't know. I'm hoping Wolf spawns at some point, or else I'll feel like we didn't complete everything. What is the week limit? 100, yeah. 2 weeks. Is my wife terrified? I kept trying to tell her that it wasn't gonna show an actual shark. And then she saw the shadow go by of the shark, and she covered her face. She was like, "Tell me there wasn't a shark." And I was like, "Trust me, there's not." Oh, the dodges. That Overture box. Force Wolf to spawn. Thanks, Pilot Wash. Is this to spawn the cannon? This is... Yeah, it is. Well, to get closer to spawn the cannon, yeah. This will give us 40% more on the meter, and I think we were already at like 40. So we'll get to like 80-ish. Couch, this there is, yeah. Yeah. Repeat the challenge by simply hiding. I don't know.
As the fiend falls,
Thank you for the good luck.
blossoms.
Bless the RNG. Gonna live with one. Hit here. Right here. No. He on you? No. No, I wouldn't do that.
Press this advantage. Give them
Ask to the run, that's for sure. I know. I'm worried about it too. I really want him to spawn. Let's get rid of up to 2 possible stress. Woo! Week might be a bit too long to go with the Crimson Court. Yeah. Well, no, because he can't. So the timer starts when you get 4 level 5s. So maybe I took too long to get 4 level 5s.
confidence surges as
I was attacked by murderous brigands. Yeah, me too. Let's go ahead and no, I can't. So usually I would camp here for buffs, but because we don't have a real stress healer, I need to save our camps for recovery. Yeah, so maybe I should have, like, the team that I use for Wolf, maybe I should have allowed them to get to level 5 faster than I did. But I was really holding back from getting 4 level 5s because we weren't ready for Wolf yet. 4 spiders. At least it's Apprentice, but they could definitely kill us. We need to kill the spitters first. They do big damage to marked targets. Oh, good dodge. Alright. That's good. Very good. I mean, we're basically safe. I guess it depends. Alright, now we're safe. Webbers aren't a big deal. Like, they can crit, but it's Apprentice, and Webbers aren't scary compared to Spitters. Crit for like 4 damage or something. So that hits a random target, non-corpse target. Crit. Alright. We're super early, I'm not gonna carry that stuff. If I see deeds though, I'll prioritize deeds. Breaded fish sandwich, mayo and cheese whiz. I don't like cheese whiz in general. You seem to be putting on some things that I wouldn't normally try though. So both of these deal extra damage to mark targets, and these mark. We'll try to kill the artillery first. Last hustle chance. Get a few more chances at him proccing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It's just one of those things where, like, if I beat the whole challenge and Wolf didn't spawn, it's not that it's nothing that I did that caused it, sort of thing. So I think I'd be okay with it overall. But it would suck that we beat every single thing but him. So, I mean, maybe I would do that, especially if there was, like, apprentice dungeons we could run that were fairly safe. Or even just pass weeks, like, go in and pass a week, see if Wolf spawns, sort of thing, but I think he makes it up. You wish he did. But the bad thing would be to get to, like, let's say we're on week 95, all we have left is Darkest Dungeon 4, Wolf hasn't spawned, and I'm like, alright, let's pass a couple of weeks in Apprentice Dungeon to get Wolf to spawn, and then we go in Apprentice Dungeon and 4 spiders kill the run with only Darkest Dungeon 4 remaining. I would probably want to die. People like to say, I like how when you have a run end, you usually don't get angry or upset very long. You just start a new run. You don't end the stream. You don't go to a different game. You just start a new run. That might be one of the cases where I was like, alright guys, that's it. That's the end of the stream for tonight. I didn't hostimate. Cooking that says you don't combine cheese and fish. Does that apply to Cheese Whiz? Is Cheese Whiz actually cheese? I guess that's the first question. Let's get him healed up. Just lack of blood in town. Oh, that was so close. If we didn't have that rat, we could have lost the run there. Never. Well, I mean, if he spawns, I'm not going to ignore him. There's no way for us to force him to... Hey, there's that crit against marked targets. Is breaded fish actually fish? I think so. I do, Boone. I think. Kill him a little bit. At least I hope the breaded fish I had was actual fish in there.
Great is the
Not some other flaky white something or another. Yeah, we don't need to camp yet. We can go another room. Not showing delay. Why? Sounds like a disgusting thought. Deliciously disgusting. No. Oh, that'd be so bad, though. I can't even imagine. The only thing worse is if we lost on Darkest Dungeon 4. But I mean, we've done the... So these give disease. We want to kill them first. We've done Darkest Dungeon 4 Deathless a couple times. It was scary last time, though. We almost lost in Darkest Dungeon 4 last time. So we're never safe. We're never safe on this challenge until we see the credits roll.
with impunity.
No, if Dark Souls 2 ends if you kill the boss like Dark Souls 1. Playing to the DLCs. I don't know, because I did the DLCs before I killed the boss. I don't know if you get an option in the second one. It's been a long time. But I did the DLCs before the final boss, just in case. Oh no, the dodge. Hit here. Mechanically processed assorted fish flesh. Oversold silver. Stop going after the sleeper. What about the sleeper? We killed the sleeper. Got him. You keep going. Thank you, Mayor. Hey, Mayor, how have you been? Welcome in. Breadcrumbs, pretzel mix with salt, pepper, and dill.
This expedition at least
That's only 2 points. We're alright. Sleeper, where the run is. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
a handsome reward.
We're safe in Endless Harvest only.
Performed.
We're the most out DD2. Only have one trinket, limits the dodge strat a lot. Always random, you could have 2 afflicted. I know, I mean, honestly, we beat Darkest Dungeon 2 last time because of a lot of luck. Like, obviously, I played to the best of my ability. We stalled every chance I got. But we had really bad luck that almost ended the run. But I got 2 bleed resists that saved the run. It's unreal how little things like that, like 2 bleed resists made it so that we did Torchless, Deathless, BLOODMOON. If it wasn't for those 2 resists, that would have been it. That would have been it. A single one of those resist doesn't happen, run's probably over. Crazy. Hey, Gar. How's it going, Gar? Welcome on in. You still feeling better, Gar? Hopefully, hopefully. Let's stun this bleeder. Bleeder. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a Jester to Darkest Dungeon 2 instead of a Houndmaster, which is a risk in its own way. But I think that'll help with a couple things with it. And I've done it before, but I don't know. It's always a risk. If we make it, Darkest Dungeon 2. Jester, Darkest Dungeon 2. If or when we make it there. Stun. So it only lasts 2 days instead of a month. New one's nuts. That's good. I mean, it's not good, but obviously better than it could have been. What comp do I use for Darkest Dungeon 4? I use Crusader Houndmaster. Trying to beat the game in BLOODMOON. Good luck, Neo. Did you already start? So yeah. Hey, Ninja, welcome in. How you doing, Ninja? Mayor, I use Crusader and Houndmaster for Deathless Darkest Dungeon 4. Way better. An absolute win. That's awesome. I found something that works for you. Deeds, I definitely want to take Deeds. One of our priorities right now.
Victory nonetheless.
We'll see what's in here. Bandage to check. And I'm gonna throw it all down. Actually, we have extra food, you know? I feel the Arbalest Musketeer might be the weakest in the game. It depends on what you mean by weakest. I mean, they're better than the... They're gonna be better in battle than an Antiquarian unless you're just spamming dodge with the Antiquarian. I don't know. Arbalest, Musketeer, they're one of those like jack of all. They're the ranged jack of all trades character. So I don't think they're great, but they're not bad, so to say. But you know, you've heard me say it before. Like all the characters in Darkest Dungeon are so close in tier, so to say, that like you can play with them, beat the game with them, and use them in your party every single time if you want. But what? Gruntwork? You got the old road Shambler? I still haven't gotten one. I've done hundreds of Torchless old roads. I don't know why I'm complaining. Gruntwork. Beat him. Beat him. Or Musketeer than a Flagellant? Really? Not me. Lies. She's bleeding out. Oh, it actually hit the right target. It was a random shot. I like the Flagellant a lot. I think the Flagellant is really good. Post the screen after you die. I think the Flagellant is still good. The Flagellant used to be better. It used to be overpowered, I feel. But he's okay. He's still decent enough. Seer's worse than Arbalest because of trinkets. Well, I mean, it's very minor. I mean, super minor. Like, one trinket is slightly worse, so... Use the Flagellant, they die. Can't get a grip on that class. It's interesting, too, because they have the most death blow resist, you know? Clarmatis one, yeah. So only have one Flagellant per party, yes. One of the few class limitations that still exist in the game. It's the only, actually. Do you believe? Only one Flagellant per party still. I mean, outside of modded classes, but hopeless. You ready to punch some things tonight, Narth? Later tonight? Round 4. Wow, this is taking forever. So ready. Always ready. God, I hope you beat that Shambler, Gruntwork. That would be amazing. Yeah, we'll camp. Just come. Useless when no position 3 and 4 enemies. That's our job. Works that can hit back 2 enemies. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're one of the best ones, but I think they're usable. Just take Blind Fire. Like, that way, if 3 and 4 is dead, like, Blind Fire is still good, I think. I like it. It busts their speed, too. Their heal is actually decent. I think they go really well with an Occultist in general. I still think they're okay. Like, I don't prefer them. I don't think they're one of the better classes. Definitely, when you're min-maxing, you look like, okay, what could I put in this position that would be better than what I'm using right now? And there's obviously better people to put in that position other than the Arbalest. The reason I'm using Arbalest right now is out of necessity for pushing meter at this Apprentice dungeon, but Eastern Crossbow, yeah, that's fine. There's the link to the Shambler. So called a 0 bleed heal. Try nailed it. Yeah, let me know what you think, Rakes. Rakes, one thing to note to you right away. One of the hosts are... I hate using the word because it's overused. I really don't use it, Rakes, but one of the hosts is absolutely 100% super cringy. Like, everything that she does and says on that show, and my wife will look at each other and we'll, like, shake our heads. But if you can get past that one of the hosts is that way, the rest of the show is pretty good. You already know who I'm talking about, then, yeah. Score this morning. 2 of us in this Wikipedia. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I liked that. Or I put a affliction. I've still never had it. That's one of the things in Dark Souls I've never had happen. Not from lack of trying. Check it. We still got a lot of dungeon to go. Whole lot of dungeon. What show? Nailed It. It's a cooking show on Netflix called Nailed It, where they bring in like a professional baker or someone, and they have 2 rounds. And the baker will show like some like work of art cake that they've made, and then these 3 people that barely know how to bake, or maybe not at all, try to replicate it, and then they reveal what they made, and they say nailed it. I hate shows like that. How come? The host, one of the hosts though, is so annoying. Aside from that, it's pretty fun. Vigorous Bear. We'll loot this on the way back. Might have more inventory space at that point. Who ate bad food? Some of them do fairly well, and usually the judges talk about, generally it tastes decent enough, because unlike a lot of shows, because these are novice cooks or bakers, they actually do give them the recipe, which a lot of these things don't for things like that. But still, obviously sometimes the people are just stupid and culinary degree. Oh yeah, I know, I remember. I'm gonna stun this one. The reason why is this fungal artillery is going to use Escape Cloud from position 2. Escape Cloud has a really high crit chance even in Apprentice, but this one marks. And we don't want to get marked. I guess we could just remove the mark though. We have the Arbalist. Boom! 17 damage from our Arbalist. Get him out. First time. First try. Are you Batman?
How quickly the tide turns.
See, that would have had dealt 20 damage if we had been marked. But luckily we weren't. So the stuff. Working at best, obnoxious usually. Yeah, doesn't bother me any. It's all opinion based. I do an unsight. Q has not moved. For you, Drake stuff. Here's the first episode though. Yeah, just wait until you see the chefs, if you want to call them that, the bakers, if you want to call them that, what they've made, if you can make it that far. Oh, it's so good that we avoid the mark. This thing crit twice in a row. That would have been 40 damage. Hey, look, crit heal. Contestants, there we go.
A devastating blow.
That was pretty rough. Thank goodness I decided to stun that back one.
Remind yourself that
I'm overconfident. I was just saying how bad it went, Wayne. Wayne, calm down. Alright, we got 2 deeds, which I definitely want to bring.
It's easy. Just always crit and always dodge. Simple.
Simple, yeah. But we always got crit there, which is the opposite of what we want to do. We'll loot that on the way back. You should add this luck in the game. You wish you got crit twice in a row by fungal scratchers. It's a weird wish, but alright. We don't actually need to go down here. And we're only here to push meter. So you know what? I didn't even need to go over here. In fact, oh well. It's alright. Sometimes enemy uses the strategy. True. Ooh, 4 deeds. Take it. Spawn an extra hall battle, 1% chance of the Shambler, 3% chance of the Collector. We already ran into one Collector tonight. Spiders. I think I'd rather have a Collector, honestly. As long as we kill the 2 Spitters, we're fine though. Spitters do really big damage to marked targets. Although, because we have the Arbalist, we can just remove the mark. As long as our Arbalist isn't the one that gets marked, I suppose. 4 after the attack lands, our crit auto hit, or do hits have to have a chance to crit? No, crits aren't auto hits, so it's rolled at, so your accuracy is rolled against their dodge, and then, as I understand it, and then it's determined if it's going to hit, and then it rolls the damage range. Oh, no, it rolls the crit chance. If it's the crit chance, it's 1.5 top end, rounded to the nearest whole number, and then if it doesn't crit, then it rolls the damage range. If that makes sense. Do you have on your flaglet? Still not familiar with icons? Yeah, I can go over them. And they got marked. Shoots over the top. I know, and it's the thing about it, as I understand they're putting on a show and acting, but she like overacts and is bad at it, so. But basically if you can withstand her, the show is pretty decent. So the flagellant, I use Punish. Punish used to hit position 3. Punish, I will never use flagellant without Punish. It is their primary attack. Hits position 1 and 2. It hits pretty hard for a move that's basically a bleed attack. And even at level 1, 4-point bleed. So it's a very, very strong bleed attack. Has decent accuracy, decent crit. Reign of Sorrow I didn't used to bring, but I do take it now because Punish no longer hits position 3. Reign of Sorrow is a good bleed for the backline. It also debuffs their bleed resist. I take Exsanguinate usually. Exsanguinate is kind of my wild card slot, but Exsanguinate we can only use under 40% health. We can use it 3 times a battle. If you only get it below 40% health, but if it does land, like if they dodge or something, it doesn't heal, just like Judgment. But if it lands, it does a super great heal on you, and it does a big bleed on the enemy. It does debuff you for a couple rounds, though, so that you receive less healing for the next little bit. So that's kind of the wild card slot. I always take Redeem. Redeem is kind of similar. So 40% health, you use it twice per battle. It heals the flagellant and someone else, and this one is a guaranteed heal. So unlike Exsanguinate, this doesn't need accuracy because it's a heal. Now this slot, occasionally I'll replace with Endure or Suffer, but this is my normal flagellant lineup, especially if we actually have a stress healer with us, which we don't this time, but it's my favorite loadout. Double top of range. Touch. Yeah, no problem more. But basically, like you hear me say all the time. Now you can build him like a healer. It's a little tricky.
Hey everybody, my name's Cletus. Anybody want some cornbread?
But hi Cletus. You've heard me say like 1,000 times that one of the most important things in Dark's Dungeon is being able to hit as many characters as you can, hit as many positions as you can. And so with Reign of Sorrow plus Punish, your flagellant can hit any position. I think I'm going to throw down the herbs. You'll have Cletus. I think something like this for the first time. Oh, I know, yeah. That's what I was saying too. And usually the judges, the hosts, they generally say that within reason, that the food actually tastes fairly decent. But no, I probably wouldn't do very much better than a lot of them on the art side of it. Reclaim can lift people from death's door. Takes for the dot damage. Yeah, that's what I said. So this is kind of the wild card one. So like Sid is saying, Reclaim is pretty interesting because it's the only heal over time in the base game. DLC, but outside of mods and stuff. And heal over times trigger before damage over time. So if you have someone with a damage over time on death's door, but they also have Reclaim, Reclaim will bring them up from death's door, and then the bleed or blight will tick. So Reclaim can be good. It does self-bleed a lot. Later on in the game, like level 6, the Flagellant has so much bleed resist that it doesn't bleed him very often. You can also use trinkets to reduce that. But Reclaim's fairly good, but it's pretty slow heal. And one of the problems with Reclaim being such a slow heal, because it's a heal over time, it does protect you from dying on death's door a little bit. But on the other side of it, it gets you right above death's door. And then if you're put right back on death's door, of course, they don't die on that hit, but you take that AoE stress to your team again. And so it can kind of be this like constant if you're in that position. There's constant AoE stress to your team, so to say. Darkest Dungeon 4 are those dungeons in the game? Yes. So Aninda at the... Oh, Phoenix already explained. But yeah, there are the final quests. There's 4 of them. And so when we refer to Darkest Dungeon 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the final 4 quests of the game. Check out the Bleeder. 17 crit. I mean, I know Garfield has like one of the best in slot trinkets in the game, but they're doing pretty well. This one bit, beat slop. Tastes like double bacon cheeseburger. Oh, you're telling me. Stress is kind of better than constant death flow checks. True. But instead of losing a character, you might could lose 4. Just depends, I guess. Good crit. Down to 2 health.
The bigger the beast,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
the greater the glory.
Don't have a stress healer, really. I mean, I know the Arbalest can stress heal a little, but I think it's going pretty well. No critical scout. Man, we are getting a lot of deeds, which is awesome. We're down to 2 shovels already. I brought like 6 shovels. Welcome to the Long Wheel, Adam. Have you been here before? Dirty deeds. More deeds! Look
First test.
at this.
Now it must be carried home.
Not complaining at all. It's good stuff. Child looks or other people to look like just threw stuff together. I can see that. I don't cook for very many people. I mean, I do the cooking predominantly, but it's just for, you know, me, my wife, and daughter.
Our community grows.
Make anything for anyone else? Jerk, you wouldn't make me dinner. Ling Bean. Ling, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, if you are new to the channel at all, if you have any questions about Darkest Dungeon, by all means, let me know. Don't mind repeating myself or answering things that might be considered newbie questions or anything like that. Doesn't matter. If you have any questions, or you can feel free to sit back and lurk, whatever. I've streamed Darkest Dungeon for over 1,900 hours. And a lot of times I'll kind of gloss over some of... Oh, I should have hit that one. That was a mistake. That's unfortunate. Guess it didn't matter in the end anyway. But anyway, I'll gloss over some of the beginner stuff. But how does hunger work? Throw stuff in together for meals? What do you mean? Like, I mean, I think I cook fairly decently well. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna make it like a presentable plate with, like, you know, each thing divided up with no touching and or whatever and layered and like. I'm not gonna make it look presentable or something, as long as it's good food and it's not just like mixed up and slopped onto the plate or something. That's about it. No worries. Bean, if you have any questions, let me know. Or you can just chill and watch. But the main thing being, I would say, is like, you know, RNG is always going to be a factor in something that rolls randomly, random numbers. But in Darkest Dungeon, there's so much to learn, so much knowledge about the game that you can acquire over time. And the more you learn, the more you know about Darkest Dungeon, the more you can mitigate the RNG. But it takes a lot of time, or a lot of learning. But toss together a recipe.
As victory
New stuff you never made before.
Likely, this is Boo's domain. Yoshi!
Davey. He was so young. He's dead. But his ghost is still here. To be haunted by Davy Crockett. That's the dream. Davey, thank you for the donation. Davy Crockett. Wayne, can you play the Yoshi track one more time for Davey?
Tread lightly. This is Boo's domain. Yoshi!
waiting to be spent.
Davey, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. As you know, I've told you that so many times. Definitely helps me and my family out Appreciate you, Davey. Just playing it blind. This link will save your life. Yeah, thanks, Grimwork. The other one is the... why do I always forget the link to this? There is a website where you can put in the type of dungeon you're going into and the length, and it'll suggest what supplies you take to it.
Grows.
Maru Sheppy? Maru, thank you for the follow. Sheppy, get your name wrong. Recipes on YouTube. So, I don't know. I learned how to cook when I was really young. I can remember cooking things that I probably shouldn't have on my own when I was younger than my daughter. I mean, I can bake things myself, so to say, but we use a lot of recipes for the first time. And then what we do a lot is, like, I'll look at a recipe and I'll alter it how we want it, basically. Darkest Companion. There it is. Thank you. But you loud create everyone else. Yeah, it's like she's yelling at you. I 100% agree. Drive by, I don't know. Today's your wedding anniversary. Someone could stay for 8 years. Crazy. Davey. Still don't have your name back, I see. Davey, happy anniversary to you and your wife. Thank you again for the donation. Have a good night, Davey. Thank you for stopping in. And salt and garlic can I add to this? It's pretty great.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Still no? Visual learner? Gotcha. Could reach the counter, we could cook. We're getting pretty far in now. I definitely don't want to throw down the shovels, though. The bandages we might start throwing down soon. We'll camp in here, too. Alright, so we're gonna camp. I'm gonna feast.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
She is in chat. Ugly as a toe. Is this a true story, Davey? I can never tell with you. Happy anniversary. She's here. Yeah, I was about to. I wasn't gonna say the name just in case. Power of Google. There you go, Bean. Got him. Major shade. Alright, minus 50 stress. We're gonna buff dodge speed, melee damage, and melee accuracy. We're gonna buff their damage again too. The restring crossbow. So it's 1 in 3 chance that we get nighttime ambushed. But it's alright. Got it. Like a chan had to be on 24/7. Catch up. They are. Always there, always lurking. So this team is not super deadly in Apprentice. Hey, Yukitations, welcome back. Almost 200. Almost in the top 300. How you doing, Yuke? This isn't a super deadly team in Apprentice because the Stress Caster can't mark. These guys, like I mentioned earlier, they only really do big damage to marked targets. They'll crit for like 10. And that's what they did earlier. With a marked target, they would have crit for 20 or more because they would have used a different move. +2. Okay. Unfortunately, we're not in position 4. But, check it out. We'll point blank. This does cause a lot of stress, though. 4 to 6. We have to roll top in. Let's try to stun him instead. Got it. I can't believe our Vestal actually rolled faster than a Madman. Works for me, though. Oh, and then the dodge. There we go. 20 crit from our Arbalist. Good, good.
A decisive
Dodge, crit riposte. These guys crit us like crazy early dungeon. Now we just dodge it all. The strategy. Alright, we'll stun this one so that it doesn't end up getting an attack in or creating us or any of that stuff. Take 2, 3 more herbs. Cost Carl. It's a good strategy. Quick melee is on Silent Humble. Players game. They just gave it away for free just a couple days ago. So hopefully people got it for free. Phoenix posted it in the Discord. I posted it on Twitter. Y'all missed out. Hopefully most people got it. Okay, so we only, let's see. We're gonna be immune 1, immune 2. We can only get 2 more hunger procs, so we can get rid of that stack of food. And I'm gonna wait on the bandages still. I never played it, but I did get it for free the other day while they had it up.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Hey, Mage! Inertial Mage, it's good to see you. 9 months. 9 months. Falls from the sky of overworking. Hey, RM, how's it going? Mage, thank you for the 9-month resub. Guys, if you could drop love and sandwiches in chat from Mage, appreciate it. How you doing, Mage? Overworked, I see. Thank you for the continued support. 2 there, if you want to ditch that. Oh yeah, I did. My bad. I didn't even notice. Very common trinket. How's it been going? It's been going pretty well. You'd watch while cleaning or something else? Yeah. I agree. I was doing work while we were watching it. Like, it was on the top monitor. I was working on here, and my wife was sitting over there in the chair.
Fear consumes the mind.
Hey, Darian. Rabies time. Maybe. Mayhaps.
Our community grows.
Lamb, thank you for the follow, Lamb. Appreciate it. I really don't want rabies on this team. We don't have a great way to get rid of stress, though. We're almost done. We're almost done. Week 77, we meet again. Yep. Yep. This is the week we lost run 4 on. Ooh. Training for day shift. Do you think you'll prefer being on days, or see if we can get the stun in, prevent his stress? Hour on sale, not even 2 months old. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like it was okay to me. I mean, I played it twice on stream. I don't know. It was really slow paced. It didn't seem super great, but capitalize the next time. It's horrifying. Yeah. One of the deadliest diseases, or highest mortality rate diseases ever. And in Darkest Dungeon, it's a disease that sometimes you want. It's kind of weird. I want to get Slay the Spires. I highly recommend Slay the Spire. Streamed it quite a bit too. Really like it. It does have some parallels with Darkest Dungeon, actually. So this is a very common trinket. It doesn't say very common, but you can see the rust around the edge. So it actually only sells for $750 instead of $1,100. So we're gonna take the gold over that. I like Knights better. That's how I always was. Irritating. Or have a competitive show. Oh, the button thing? Like the advantage? It's different every episode, too. Train 2 yet? Hey, Vid. I've looked at it, but I don't know. It looks okay. I mean, I like roguelikes in general, but Risk of Rain 1 was a 2D platformer roguelike, and this one is a 3D shooter roguelike. So it's less of the genre that I really like when it comes to roguelikes, but I don't know. I've looked at it a little bit. Watched Sneaky Teak play it a little bit and a couple other streamers, but I don't know if I'm going to try it or not. Yeah, it's different every time. Like, there's a crit. One of the ones we watched, they had to answer trivia for 3 minutes. Or do you get exposed that might keep you from being fully infected? Your second dungeon. Almost killed your Vestal. Did you get a head trinket from it? How long am I going to roll or run the poll for? Probably through about Wednesday, Thursday, so I can prepare for next week in case we beat Dragon Age next week. But then supposedly gotten people to survive rabies twice. It's bad. Really. They end up basically a vegetable. Worked less than a dozen times. Yeah, it is crazy. And then, like I said, Darkest Dungeon, it's a disease that you're like, yeah, I kind of want that on a couple of my characters. Whereas in real life, they just die. I guess we'll squeeze in a little stress heal. Very little. 2 max. Hit 3 people, though. Didn't. Toss that. No food, 2 people under 25% health. Arena is selfish. I always bring all food. All food, and then count your count the times that you can get hunger from where you are before you eat. Helps a lot. Without a key? No, I used the key. Didn't I? I thought I right-clicked the key. I was reading those, so there was a slight chance I did. Did I? Maybe I did. All the food. I can go for all the food right now. In heavy, deep medical coma. A couple weeks. Partial brain dead. Long enough to develop antibodies. But are finding out how much brain survived. Alright, so these two these two mark, and these two deal extra damage to marked targets. Cultist Brawler does 50%. Good crit. Additional to marked targets. I didn't use the key. Ugh. No. Whoops. Oh well. Awful deaths. Stun this one. It can't mark anymore. It can't use mark prey from position 2. But it's gonna spam Escape Cloud. No crit. Escape Cloud has a pretty big crit chance, even on Apprentice. We got crit by earlier. The min-maxing run over. No, I mean, I've made some mistakes in the game. Luckily, they've all been, like, minor mistakes like that. But thanks, Phoenix. Did not click my key. Don't know why. It's alright, though. Odds are we'd throw most of it down. With high fever, extreme pain, fear, ability to drink, etc. Good crit. Let's use this with the Vestal. There we go. Down to 16 stress. Good, good. This has gone a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, it's not over yet, but hunger proc, so we're immune to hunger for the rest of this dungeon now. As long as we don't backtrack. Maggots can give disease, they also give stress. It kind of sucks that we moved out of position 4 because their trinket makes them do additional damage as long as they're an additional 4. Hey Snowblind, how's it going? Welcome in, Snowblind. Have you seen any... Do you get to see traffic to your music page, by the way? Just curious if you've seen an uptick at all from people visiting on the beginning of the stream. Stress. No disease. Clean unethical, so most doctors in the US won't even try it. There's still a very slight chance we get a critical scout from the final room. So I don't really want to throw down the skeleton keys. We can throw down the food, like I said, though. Haven't checked it. Oh, yeah. No worries. I was just curious. Shovel for loot on this. Don't need any more shovels. We did it. Flagellant ended up getting like, so we got 50 stress off of him twice while camping, plus whatever crits he got. So I mean, over the course of this, he ended up getting like 180 stress or something probably. Elder Shader is good, Sickly not so much, Resilient, it's fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking this button. It helps out a ton. And after all of that, be sure to check out the next video right up here. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching.